Pittsburgh is at home. They obviously have already played twice, being inside the AFC North. Pittsburgh is now -6.5 after this line started at like 4 or 4.5. Started way lower than this. But Cleveland is probably going to be without Kevin Stefanski, who has COVID. So they don't even have their head coach in this game, as far as I understand. And Cleveland, we've seen it's not a very good matchup versus Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh's been able to pressure the Browns, pressure Baker Mayfield, stop the run effectively, and Ben has performed well versus the Cleveland defense. So when I look at this game, I like Pittsburgh, and I will take Pittsburgh to cover. I think perhaps the best part of Cleveland all year has been Kevin Stefanski calling plays. And the fact that he might not be able to be at the game is extremely concerning for me. I think that is a massive, massive loss. Now, I don't think Pittsburgh is very good. I'm going to be honest with you. I've said it all year. I think they're a fine, decent, good team, but they're not great. But they're extremely well matched with Cleveland. Because what does Cleveland love to do? They love to run the ball, and off of that, they love to utilize play action. And when you can't run the ball as effectively, it sets you up in more must-pass situations, obvious pass situations, which means that Pittsburgh can send the hounds and get after Baker Mayfield. And Cleveland doesn't really have the receivers to win on the outside without Odell. So I think Pittsburgh finds a way to win this game by double digits, because I just think they're a bad matchup for Cleveland. And Stefanski not being there, I feel like the tendencies, the play calling, the rhythm that he gets Baker Mayfield in, the intelligence that he has from a play calling perspective will be sorely missed. And on the other side of the ball, I think that Ben has a solid game. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape real quick. So Pittsburgh, obviously their offense hasn't been very good this year. Cleveland's has been much better. Their defense has been ranked number 1. Cleveland's defense has been ranked 26th. Here's where I have a problem, all right? Cleveland has beat up on bad teams. Obviously, they have a negative point differential, which is shocking. But Pittsburgh's a bad offense, or not a very good offense. They're kind of an average offense, but they play a bad defense. Cleveland's a bad defense. Cleveland has a couple defensive playmakers, but where you look at where they're strong, where they're weak, right? They have Denzel Ward, who's awesome, but other than that, their corners aren't very good. So Denzel Ward might be covering Deontay Johnson, but that means Claypool and Juju should have very good games. Eric Ebron is a problem if he is in the lineup. I don't even know if he is or not. He's been hurt. I don't think he's out for the season, though. I don't know. Steelers fans can let me know on that one. But I just feel like those two receivers, Juju, Claypool, should have big games. Claypool had a big game last week, actually. And then, like, everything that they love to do underneath, like crossers underneath, stuff like that. Like, the Browns don't have the linebackers. They don't have the safeties to be able to, react quickly, make plays on the ball, like cover. Like, Cleveland is weak at linebacker. They're weak at safety. They're weak in the middle of the field. And they're not very, they have a strong pass rush, but Pittsburgh gets rid of the ball extremely quickly. They get the ball out of their hands extremely quickly. Cleveland is going to have a very good defensive game plan to keep up, in my opinion. Because I think Pittsburgh is not a very good offense, but when they're allowed to play the style that they want to play with Ben, they've been solid to good. So I think just on both sides of the ball, it plays into the way that the Steelers want to play. And that is concerning to me in any matchup when a team can just play the way that they play and win comfortably. So I'm taking Big Ben, the Steelers at home. I think their defense has a strong performance. They do enough in the run game to defend Chubb, to defend Kareem Hunt. They force Baker into 3rd down and longs. They get pressure. They get punts. They get turnovers. And then Ben steadily moves the ball down the field. Couple big throws in the game, but mostly underneath stuff. I don't really think their run game will be a factor, but Claypool and Juju both have big games, and I think Pittsburgh wins this game and advances to the divisional round. I will take Pittsburgh to win. I was going to take Cleveland plus the points until I heard about Stefanski. That seriously concerns me. So I will take Pittsburgh to win, and I will take Pittsburgh to cover the 6.5. I think they'll win by 7 to 10 points. Not really confident in that, but as of now, I'll take the Steelers to cover that spread. I just don't see the Browns scoring a lot of points. I think it's going to be like Pittsburgh 27, Browns 20. Or Pittsburgh 30, Cleveland 23. Something like that. I'll take Pittsburgh over the Cleveland Browns and by more than 6.5.